You call me a saint, but you know I'm a stranger, all willing and able to do what you want. You think I'm a thinker, but I'm just a singer, all busy and pretty, just making believe. Boy, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down to obscurity. Don't let me ever be this alone. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know. Out of control, you don't know me. I'm a danger to myself. Out of control, you don't know me. I am fading unfelt. Oh, you look worried, and maybe you should be, 'cause this is a warning that I'm throwing out. 'Cause I'm the worst player that ever will play you, to mix up sweet words with the girl's sanity. Boy, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down to obscurity. Don't let me ever be this alone. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know. Out of control, you don't know me. I'm a danger to myself. Out of control, you don't know me.
Hey, successful women. You know, one of these days I'm going to get the tech right and I'm not going to replay the intro by accident. One of these days it's going to happen, just not today. Today's not the day. So, hey to everyone. Hey to you successful women. Hey to YouTube listeners as well. You guys on YouTube, you have access to my other trainings and I'll be referencing some of them today. So I just wanted to alert you to that. Hey to the replay watchers. Thanks for being here. Hi to my VIPs. So glad you guys are here. So glad you're helping to grow our group. I hope you're seeing big success being a VIP in the group. I love this group. I love the energy in this group. I love the bonds forming in this group. Like every day I meet somebody else and they've already met somebody else just from this group. So it like makes me so, so happy. I just absolutely love it. Say hi to the beautiful Miss Paige, who is patiently waiting in the comments. She has an Amazon gift card for a lucky winner today. So make sure you keep the comments coming because she is going to randomly choose somebody in the comments to win an Amazon gift card. Today, our guest is Melissa Matson. Melissa helps women entrepreneurs to master their mindset for success to build a life of more. She believes the best thing we can do is give ourselves the tools that we need to thrive and then see how your trajectory changes, right? Leveling up. That's what this group is all about. Melissa is bringing us mindset management, unshakable confidence for a life of magic and success. So let me bring her on. Hey, Melissa.
All right. Hey.
Are you ready to roll? Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I am super excited. Like I said, I'm always a little nervous before lives. We were talking about this earlier, but it's good. I'm excited. I'm really, really happy to be here. So
everybody's always nervous. Don't worry about it. I'm nervous too. That's why I click buttons I'm not supposed to be clicking. It's all good. All right, I'll give you the floor and I'll be back. You let me know when you're done.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Hi, guys. So first off, just want to preface this. I do also have the Facebook down on my laptop in front of me. So if you see me glance down into my lap, that is what I'm doing because I can see the comments there easier than on StreamYard. So I am here today, like Katie said, to talk about mindset, particularly confidence, and the confidence that you need to build to truly see, like to thrive in your business and see the success in your business and your life that you are looking to build. Because we can have all of the tools. You can have the fancy landing pages, you can have the fancy funnels, you can have a beautiful website, but if you don't have that confidence for when things get shaky or when things get rough, you're not going to be able to get anywhere. And I shouldn't say anywhere, you can push, but it's going to feel like a slug every single time that you are pushing and pushing through when you don't believe in yourself. It also makes you susceptible to when you're speaking to people and they don't believe in you. And especially in our industries, the coaching industry or industries as an entrepreneur, we know that sometimes a lot of people don't understand our journeys. And so if we were to be able to be shaky every single time someone didn't understand or didn't believe in us, it would make our journey a lot more difficult. So that is what I'm here to discuss today. Got a little framework. We're going to kind of put it all through in about the 10 minutes here, maybe a little shorter. Hopefully don't run over too much. So anyways, I am, again, as Katie said, Melissa Matson. I am the CEO of Soulfire Coaching, so I do run my own coaching practice. And I work with entrepreneurial women, women who are bold, women who are ambitious, women who like to break the mold. I love working with rebel women and women who have their own way of doing things because I did. And so it's nice to see myself and other people and help them in the same sort of journey that I had. So we're going to start number one with your inner monologue. So this is something that I think gets overlooked quite often because it seems like such a small part and it's often so ingrained in us. So when you think of, let's say when you drop something or you spill something, what's the first thought that comes to your mind? Often with people, it's like, oh, you idiot, oh, stupid, oh, things like that. Or if you think of a big goal and you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Like, that's going to be tough. That's your inner monologue, even without thinking, making things more difficult for you because there's a little bully living in your head or your biggest doubter living in your head. And we're taught to be that way. This is something that we're taught growing up. We're not really shown how to handle our inner monologue. And so that's something you should be checking every single day. In your head, you should be speaking to yourself the same way that you would want to speak to your daughter, your mother, your husband, your best friend, your sister, somebody who you love dearly, because you should be somebody that you love dearly. You should be somebody that you want to treat well and treat kindly. So when you make a mistake, it should be more in your mind something like, that's okay, no big deal. We can do X, Y, Z to fix it. Or it's okay, we've got these things going on still. Maybe you're on a live like I'm doing now and you're slurring you slur a word or you mess something up or you miss a spot, just as I did now. Instead of getting more flustered, upset, getting in your head, letting that inner voice be like, you messed it up now, you've done something wrong, your immediate thing should be like, that's cool, no big deal. Take a breath, move forward. You should be treating yourself, I don't want to say like a child, but almost like you would console a child. Like, that's okay, no problem, mistakes happen. Let's move on to the next thing. Your inner monologue is so incredibly powerful. And if you are being a bully or if you are bringing yourself down, you are going to struggle so much to get through the hard times in your business where you're already feeling like maybe things aren't working. They are, I promise, but it looks like they aren't. Maybe nothing's happening. Maybe things aren't moving as quickly as you wanted them to. If you're already doubting in your brain, it's going to be so much harder to get through those times. And one of the things as an entrepreneur is when people fail out of entrepreneurialism or when their businesses fail, a lot of the times it's not that your business failed, it's that you didn't take the time to give yourself the tools, to give yourself the support, to ask for the support or hire the coach that you needed to be successful. And so we think that the business itself didn't do well, but really we were not equipped to bring ourselves through the times that we needed to push through to get to the success that was on the other side. So your inner monologue is a fantastic way to really start building that foundation for deeper confidence to get you through those times, because the success will come, but you have to go through the hard times first. So that is number one in prepping yourself. Number two is connecting with your core values. So making sure that you are aligning with the values that are most important to you and catching yourself in the sneaky ways that maybe you're not aligning with them. Because of course we all think like, yeah, I know what matters to me. And of course I go with that. Why wouldn't we? But something like, okay, so you value honesty. And every day you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym today. And then you don't go to the gym. Maybe you get busy. Maybe you didn't really want to go to the gym, but you told yourself because you know it's something you should do. And so you do this every day, same song and dance, and you never go to the gym. You're not being honest with yourself. You're showing your nervous system and your mind that you don't actually mean what you say. And so you're creating a disconnect between what you truly believe, the honesty that you value, and what you're actually doing. And it seems like a little thing because that instance, let's say, is not business related, but knowing that your nervous system can trust you, knowing that when you say something, it's true, even subconsciously, is massively powerful, because that's going to come through in the business things. Like, okay, I'm going to go and make X amount of sales today or speak to X amount of people today. if your nervous system and your brain does not believe you anymore, it's going to make it a lot harder to bring that energy and get behind what you're saying. And you're going to feel harder and more burnt out because, again, you're not living in alignment. And I know we hear that word tossed around a lot, but to me, that's the plain and simple. You believe, you value one thing, and you're not acting in accordance with that thing. So see where there's those sneaky little misalignments. Like, yes, you may value honesty, and yes, you may always be honest to other people, but are you always honest with yourself? When you say you're going to do something, do you do it? That includes going to the gym. That includes eating healthy. And I'm not saying that now that means that you have to suddenly go to the gym every day or eat healthy every day. The simple solution is just don't say you're going to do it. If you don't know you're going to go to the gym, or if you don't have the actual intention to make yourself go to the gym, just don't say you're going to go. That's the simple solution. So I'm not saying here that all of a sudden you have to become this rigorous, dedicated person. You just have to watch your words more carefully so that all of a sudden, as you align more and more, your nervous system is like, okay, yeah, when she says this, I know she means it. I know she's going to do it. I can get behind this, because already, can you hear that difference? So now you're like, I'm going to make $1 million business. And your nervous system goes, yeah, we got this. I know that she means what she says. So exactly. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, promises that you can fulfill and being better with your core values. That's hugely important. So I'll talk on that at the end. But yeah, so these are all little things. Again, so you're reprogramming your nervous system. So now you've got this inner monologue that's very kind to yourself and believes in you. You're aligning with your core values, so you know your nervous system is on board. And that's where you're going to start seeing stronger and stronger belief in yourself, and this confidence that's really unshakable, that external things cannot get at, because you've built it internally within yourself. So that brings me to my next point, which is actually your nervous system. And I'm going to give a quick little kind of overview of your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system. And I promise this won't end up being a biology lesson. So your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Love yourself enough to keep your promises. Exactly. It's a form of self-love to meet all of your promises. You're showing yourself how much you care about yourself and what you're doing. So, okay, so moving forward, so nervous system. So nervous system, you have your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight, flight, freeze nervous system. That's where you go when your stress levels start to rise. That's where you go when you're hit with conflict or high stress levels, like maybe when we're worried about our business not working out. And then you've got your parasympathetic, which is your rest or digest. That's where you want to be for like calm decision-making processes. That's where you want to be because it feels better. That's where you want to be because, again, as in the name, rest and digest, that's where you sleep better, your digestion is better, you feel better. But the problem is we spend a ton of our time, I had to catch my words there, we spend a ton of our time in our sympathetic response, in our fight or flight response. And part of that is when we're not properly aligning with our values, when we're bullying ourselves. And part of that is that life is just stressful. So learning to shift yourself back into that parasympathetic and stay calm in high stress situations is really important. One of the ways we can control those, oh good, I'm glad that one's new for you. I find it easier to remember than the big long words. I love anatomy, I have a science background, but yeah, rest and digest is much easier to remember. So boundaries, that's my next step. This is the next, and to me, the most important part of building up confidence in yourself. So you should be setting boundaries both with yourself, and that may be around limiting things like what you're going to take on, what you're going to do or say, or how you're going to be treated. And then you're going to have boundaries with others. And in business, this is especially important. People think that boundaries are going to maybe drive away clients or make people think that you're unreasonable or harder to deal with, or clients won't want, as much to do with you, or you won't be as desirable as a entrepreneur, as a business, as a coach, whatever your particular section is, because you're not giving and giving and giving. They think that's, the best way to bring people in, honey more than vinegar, right? But the thing with boundaries is that what it actually does is sets you up as an authority. It builds trust between you and your potential clients, because they know exactly what to do, to like exactly what you're open to, what you're not open to, what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate. This can be, so time boundaries is really important. Instead of answering your Voxer every hour of every day, you should be setting time boundaries around yourself. You should be setting time boundaries like hey, so sometimes I might answer my Voxer, you know, when I'm not in, but here are the hours that I work, whether it's not weekends, whether it's not evenings, whatever it is for you, you know, set hours. Don't answer your Voxer all the time. It's a great way to beat burnout. It's a great way to show your clients, to model and embody what they can be aspiring to as an entrepreneur. It's a great way to keep yourself sane. They know what they're looking for. And sometimes it also allows them to present you a problem, and then by the time you've checked your Voxer again, they've actually worked through it themselves. So it's a really good way for them to be like, you know what, I thought about this, I did this, I'd love your opinion, but I already kind of sorted it out. So it brings, not only does it give them a chance, but it brings this trust and authority to you, because now there's no like, oh, my coach, you know, she sometimes answers, sometimes doesn't, she tries all the time, she's here all the time. It's very authoritative, it's very trusting, it's very structured. Boundaries are also important, especially if you are an empath, because you can set boundaries with yourself along what you will and won't pick up from other people. So that means things like setting a boundary with yourself if you find that you're picking up people's problems all the time. Set a boundary that you are not going to solve anybody's problems anymore unless you are specifically asked to help. That's a huge distinction, because a lot of us as empaths hear a problem and we're not asked exactly high achiever syndrome. It's massive, especially in entrepreneurs, because we tend to have that drive. So this is the thing, if you're not asked, if the question isn't presented for you to solve a problem, it's not your problem to solve. My personal favorite saying is, not my circus, not my monkeys. They're not my monkeys to wrangle, that's their job. If they ask me for help and I'm in a space where I am able and capable to help them without harming myself, and harming yourself includes cutting into the time that you need to be sleeping or resting, or work that you have to be done that maybe won't get done if you help somebody else's problems. These are all things that you should be aware of. And if those are going to be an issue, then you compassionately say no when you are asked for help. That's another boundary that you may need to learn to set with yourself before you can start setting it with others. You're going to teach yourself that it's okay to say no, especially when there's going to be a detriment. This will allow you to always bring your best self forward. This will allow you to always make sure that you are giving your full self when you can give yourself. So that's where those boundaries kind of come in. And again, that's what brings up the confidence, because when you're coming from a place of being in control of that, and when you're coming from a place of knowing what you will and won't do, what you will and won't accept, you've brought that nervous system back to a place of calm. We're back to that rest and digest, because we're not worried anymore. Your nervous system isn't like, oh my God, we're going to take on too much. What can we do? Can we manage all this stuff? You're good. You know that you're only taking on what you can accept. Your clients know what to expect from you. Your patients, whether you're maybe in a career like I used to be a massage therapist, so your patients, the people in your life, your family, your husband, your wife, your partner, your mom, all know what to expect from you and what they can expect, like what they can treat you, but also how they can expect you to treat them. So this creates safety again for the nervous system, which is again a huge way for your nervous system to begin to thrive. And so all of these things, this kind inner monologue, aligning with your core values, building up those boundaries, calming your nervous system, that builds self-trust, which, like I was saying before, when you say like, I'm going to do something, the light got weird here, sorry. I'm going to do something, and your nervous system is like, she is, we got this. Or like, ooh, I don't have time for that. And your nervous system is like, okay, we're not going to take that on. Great. You're in this space of safety. And that is where true self-trust comes in. And that is what confidence is. Confidence is just knowing that you have your own back inside and out. So when you have these steps down pat, all of a sudden you have this radical trust in yourself. And that means that you show up authentically. That means you make moves maybe while they're a little scary or before you're ready, because you know that you're going to be okay. That means that you are not going to be shaken when things are slow, when business is growing and you're not quite where you want to be yet, when you get the poo-pooers that don't understand where you're going with your goals and your visions. None of that will matter, because that self-trust that you have cultivated is going to be so massively powerful that you cannot be taken down by anything external. It's all in your hands. And when it's in your hands, you know you can be successful. That's the key. And successful, yes, means in business, but successful to me also means a life of freedom. It means enjoying your loved ones, your friends, your family, your sleeping in. If that's for me, freedom is not setting an alarm anymore. And all of this comes from building up that rock solid foundation of self-trust, where you're regulating your nervous system and treating yourself kindly. So that is the nutshell. That is the training. I tried to keep an eye on the time there. I think I'm at about 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to wrap up for now. If you loved this, if you want to hear more, I'm actually in the middle of teaching a 3-day masterclass about all of this step by step in my group. So I think the link is in one of the posts or in the comments somewhere. If not, I'll pop it in the comment. I'm going to stick around in the comments if you guys have any questions for me, but that was the short and sweet of it. So I'll hand it back to Katie. And I just want to say thank you again, Katie, for having me, because it was awesome. Oh, I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. There we go. No, I can't hear you.
Oh, can we hear me now? All right. That's my fault. I'm technically challenged, as we all know, and I had my mic muted. So thank you so much. That was really, really good, like amazingly good. You have a lot of great comments to respond to. Your link is in the video description. It's also in the emails that I've been sending. So definitely check out Melissa's link, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you again. It was really great. So I'll check out the comments and I'll stick around and watch what you're teaching on today too.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. So how good was that? We all need unshakable confidence, right? So before I start, I want to know, let me know in the comments where you're watching from, even if you're watching the replay, because I'm just curious where we're all from. I'm from just south of Boston. I'm like 20 minutes south of Boston. And I know Melissa, I believe she said Ontario, Canada. She can put that in the comments, but I believe she's in Canada. So I'm just curious where you guys are coming from. All right. And then also, I want to know how the beginning part of your week is going. We now have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Have you had any wins for this week? I'm sure you've had wins. We have wins every day. Sometimes we just don't look hard enough for them. So make sure that you are celebrating your wins. Let us know your wins. Win number 1 is taking the time out of your day to come to a free training, right? You're elevating your mind. You're elevating your business, right? So congratulate yourself for that, for getting to a free training or any training whatsoever to try and further yourself and further your business, right? So Melissa brought us the heavy duty mindset work that we know we all need, right? So I thought I'd bring you some straight up marketing advice and tips today, all right? So today I want to talk about generating leads to fill your funnel, right? Generating sales for your business. It all starts with generating leads for your business, right? And funnels are arguably the best way to generate leads and sales for your business, often on autopilot, right? But if you aren't able to fill those funnels with leads, you're going to struggle to get sales. And today I'm sharing my top 4 strategies that I use to generate consistent daily leads for my funnels while generating at least 1 sale a day, every day, while creating my global brand along the way. Most of you already know me, but if you're new here, I'm Katie Fairhurst. I'm the admin of this amazing group, and I help women start, grow, and automate their social selling businesses to help them create a profitable social media presence in the absolute easiest and least stressful way possible. So if you're new here, welcome. Be sure to come back every week because we do this live every Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. And I don't want you to miss the next free training. It's both on Facebook and my YouTube page, okay? When we think of funnels, most people imagine the top of the funnel as being the lead, right? You create a resource, you give it to your ideal client for free in exchange for their name and their email. And when you do it right, your funnel captures leads for your business that will turn into customers and turn them into clients down the road, right? This free exchange is often called a lead magnet, or I call it a freebie funnel because that's just the way that I learned it. But what if I told you that this lead magnet is not the top of your funnel? Your funnel actually starts much sooner, okay? Every day, your ideal clients are online searching for and engaging with content that helps them solve their problems. Okay. So your job as a business owner is to consistently create content that attracts them from whatever platform they're using. Is it Google? Is it YouTube? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it TikTok, Pinterest, right? Wherever, and bring them into your world. And once they have arrived, the next step is to capture them by getting them to opt into your funnel where they become a lead, right? Quote unquote lead. And from there, you nurture trust, you convert sales, and you put the selling systems in place to turn one-time buyers into happy lifetime customers, right? The system of attract, capture, nurture, and convert is what has allowed me to create the amazing and fast-growing business that I have now, right? And in fact, it works so well that I couldn't wait to share it with you all, and I've turned it into a course, and now I'm teaching others how to do it as well. So today I want to talk to you about that first phase of attract, which ultimately leads to capturing more leads for your funnel. Excuse me. If you want to learn about like how all the phases fit together to fill your funnels and automate your sales, I created a 5-minute video of how we do this in your social selling business and help you scale to those first 10K months that we all try to reach. In my link tree in my personal profile, you can check out my link tree. It has all of my links, or you can just go to fairhurstfreedom.com and click on the rejection-free sales system. So the first and the most obvious way to fill up your funnel is with social media, right? It's free. Here we are. So you want to start by getting really clear on who you want to help and how you want to help them as it relates to what you sell, right? And from there, you create consistent value-based content for those people, helping them with that specific niche down problem, right? For example, let's say you offer a membership, right, of like daily simple to make meal ideas that the whole family will love for parents with picky eaters, right? That's your niche, right? So you want to consistently create content that targets like moms and dads who are searching the internet for simple recipes and meal ideas to get their child to just eat something, anything, right? Anybody have one of those kids? I do. They're looking for content that inspires, that educates, and that entertains them, right? And while you're doing all of that, you're also inviting them into your world and letting them see that you walk the talk and you live what you teach. Then within that content, you include like strategic calls to action that encourage them to take that first step and opt into your funnel. You add your funnel to the link in your bio. You include your call to action in a resource that you created, right? Everywhere that you are, you include your link, all right? You want to mention your resource in at least 80% of your content. This one strategy helps generate leads for me every day, and at least one sale a day, every day, from either the digital products that I've created or from my health and wellness products from my direct sales company, okay? And if you're curious about getting more in depth about the various ways that I do this, I do have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, which is also in my link tree. And if you're looking at this on YouTube, you can click through and see them, right? So I have a lot of videos about this. Strategy 2 is search engine platforms. Platforms like YouTube and like Pinterest, they differ from social media because you create the content, right? And the platform is responsible for sharing it, for getting it out there, right? You create it and publish it, and the platform gets it out there. And like they're consistently doing this for people that are already interested in that topic. For example, on YouTube, like 80% of my video views come from the platform showing my videos to people who are already actively searching for information on topics that my videos are about. So anytime someone comes on YouTube and searches like if they're searching growing an email list, for example, my video is there on the feed and that person gets introduced to my content. And then my links are right in my content, so they could opt into any of my freebies, right? Create the content, include your funnel as a call to action in the video and in the description below the video. That way people, as people find your content, and if they love it, they are ready to take the next steps with you. And your funnel is there to help them do that automatically. Okay. And social media platforms can like create rapid growth, right? Search engine platforms are more for the long game. And I have friends that like still generate leads and sales every single day from videos they created 6-7 years ago, right? Sometimes it takes a bit longer for those platforms to kind of really amp up, but it's worth it in the long run to choose at least one search engine platform, YouTube or Pinterest, and master it, right? Once your funnel is proven and profitable using the strategies that I just shared, you can always choose strategy number 3, which is to run paid ads. One of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make, and I have made it too, is thinking that paid ads is the first solution to generating more leads for your funnel. But here's the thing. If your funnel is not working organically, you will not fix it by throwing money at it. Ads conversions on cold traffic will always be lower than conversions on warm traffic as well. Meaning a stranger who sees your ad is much less likely to convert into a lead or customer than someone who's already been following you and has consumed some of your content. They've already engaged with you and they already have a bit of an idea of what you're all about, right? You're going to pay anywhere from $3 to $15 per lead when running paid ads. And that depends on your niche and the platform that you're using and the funnel that you're sending traffic to, right? Some are just more expensive than others, right? So in other words, you need to have a proven method for converting those leads into sales quickly, or you're going to be spending a lot of money and you won't likely see very much of it back, okay? So the important thing to do is prove your funnel works organically first. When you have a funnel that's proven and profitable, then you can always choose to pour more gas on the fire by running ads to it, okay? So I recommend that you invest in some kind of coach or a course to get some kind of knowledge on paid ads on the platform that you want to use first, right? Because you don't want to be wasting money and you don't want to just drive yourself crazy. So get some kind of education on it first before you start running paid ads, right? And then you can also outsource this to an agency, but you really want to know the basics of it yourself first so that you can tell if that agency is right for you or if you're doing the right thing, right? So these first 3 strategies were all about filling your funnel with new people who may not be on your list yet. But do you know what the most profitable way to fill your funnel is? The people who are already in your world and already on your email list. There's a business strategy called the value ladder where people come into your world and they systematically move through steps based on where they are in their journey and like what level they are ready to invest with you, okay? So the value ladder, I'll explain that, is defined as a systematic outline of all the products and services that you offer within your business put together in a way to maximize profit, right? Turn leads into customers and one-time buyers into raving fans who buy for life. And as people move up the ladder, they pay a higher price in exchange for a higher level of value. Most value ladders start with something free, like a lead magnet, right? And then they escalate to that highest paid, highest value offer. When I launched my coaching business, I had 1 free download and 1 micro offer or low ticket offer, right? That one funnel helped me get started, helped me get sales, helped me get sales of my health and wellness products as well. But it wasn't until I started building out my suite of products and programs that I was able to have a bigger impact while also making a bigger profit, right? With the value ladder, the way you fill your funnel is through people who are already in your world. So for example, a few months ago, I released my social selling course, right? The rejection-free sales system. I talked about it. I hyped it up on social media, but I didn't run any ads to it, right? I focused a lot of my marketing on my current audience and my current email list. You can drive current email subscribers to a wait list, right? You can use that series of emails to enroll them into a program once your program launches. right? When it releases, you also mention it on group calls of a course that you already have with current students in it, right? If they've requested information, you send them to that funnel and you enroll the students in that way. And you can repeat this process to fill webinars, to fill workshops, challenges, boot camps, right? Any of those funnels that you could possibly think to create, right? For all of those needs, right? When you have a cohesive value ladder that's created for your business, you can even automate this process using email marketing so that your subscribers become introduced to these different funnels at different times based on where they are in their journey, right? Now, people hear this and they get all excited, right? They want to go build out their whole value ladder and they want to start building out all the pieces within it. Just know you do not need multiple offers to get your business up and running. Create one funnel, choose one or two platforms to promote it, right? Prove it organically. And then if you want, maybe pour gasoline on the fire with running paid ads, okay? And then when you're ready and that funnel is proven, it's working and it's working on its own, you can go build another one. And then it just keeps building upon itself. If you want to see a brief overview of the system that I used and followed that took me from like an absolute nobody on social media, right, to a sought after social media business coach, then I invite you to check out that 5-minute video that I mentioned earlier. Okay, I share a major void in the marketplace that needs attention and how to solve it and start building out your online brand. This is a major step to getting you consistent leads and consistent sales every single day. And again, that link is in my link tree, which is in the video description. Also, my newest freebie that I just released is in this video description as well, okay? Content pillars are an essential part of a brand's strategy, right? They serve a fundamental purpose. You have to have them. They show your audience that you have a clear path in your business, right? That you are the absolute authority in your field. It shows your followers that they can get everything that they need from you, okay? The concept of pillars, content pillars, isn't really new, right? But many marketers face the initial challenge of creating an effective content strategy to address the full scope of questions or problems or solutions that they ultimately seek to deliver. Content pillars are the center of your content hub. It can be dissected and repurposed into smaller pieces of content that you can continue to promote to your audience, okay? From social media posts to emails to information on your landing page, gated content, other channels where you market your brand, okay? So grab my free content pillar worksheet and get it going, get it organized, get it written in black and white. Start to build your brand with that today, okay? That's all I got for you ladies today. Thanks again to my guest, Melissa Matson. Make sure you check out her link in the video description as well. Congratulations to the Amazon gift card winner. Make sure you email me and I will see you all next week.